Mathematics is the most spiritual discipline in the universe. It is at the atom seat of connection to the sacred divine. It is the most religious, not in the classical sense, but the most sacred, the most inspiring system because it gives you the realization of that which is. A lot of people, I've realized, have this idea that mathematics is just about numbers, just about quantity. I've even heard some people suggest that it is a white supremacist system used to enslave minorities and so forth because it came from this colonialist worldview. When in reality, granted, some people look at the origins of mathematics as being brought about in the Aristotelian period by Aristotle in ancient Greece, but the origins are actually much older than that. Mathematics, at its core, during its inception, dealt with the study of knowledge, all learning. This is where we get the term polymath from, someone that is a master of many different things. Interestingly enough, Pythagoras, who was a polymath, believed that mathematics was a spiritual discipline. He believed, understanding that this system dealt with understanding many different things in this universe, and it could be put into the musical scale, it could be put into astronomy, astrology, even when you understand the esoteric meaning of this stuff, and also the study of numbers. He believed that ultimately what we were doing in mathematics was using these systems to uncover principles that were inherent in reality. Because what we're doing as mathematicians ultimately is, granted, we have different words, we have values that we give certain concepts. You may call something a one, I may call it something else, and so forth. As humans, we try to define things, but the reality is that there are truths, there are axiomatic principles in the universe. The nature of reality, God, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, call it what you will. What we're doing in mathematics is we are discovering these truths. It's not that we're making up these truths. We're using a system for measuring sometimes, but a system for understanding the very nature of reality, because these things are there. Someone didn't create the system of gravity. Someone didn't create the fact that there are planets or create that there are concepts that we see time and time again. They observe these things. They have proven these things to be true. When Pythagoras came up with sacred geometry, granted he was using symbols to understand concepts, but he observed certain phenomena in the universe and was able to use these systems of maths to uncover these truths in reality. And that is what you are doing as a true mathematician. You're not making up concepts, you're not trying to oppress people. Interestingly enough, mathematics, as we know, it came from ancient Egypt. This is the land of the black, land of Cam. This came from a people that were anything but white supremacists, and they were using systems of mathematics to build pyramids, to understand the nature of the spirit, the nature of reality. And they understood that mathematics was a lot more than just quantity, numbers. And ultimately, they were trying to bring about an efflorescence of consciousness, trying to connect themselves with the divine, to understand what was at the heart of this manifestation, this reality that we are all immersed in. And granted, we don't necessarily understand many of these things that we even hold to be true. We are constantly refining our understanding of these things because they can be understood. The fact that we are here, the fact that there are actual things within this universe that are observable, that are, regardless of what you may think about them, this means that they can be understood. And we are using these maths, these disciplines, to understand what they are. This is why I love maths. And at the heart of mathematics, it is a way to understand, to uncover the Maya, as they say, the illusionary world, the truth. If you were a truth seeker, if you were someone that believes in knowledge, seeing things for what they are, not what you want them to be, then you are a mathematician. Boom.